Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and for today I'm going to be doing a makeup tutorial. I feel like I haven't done one in like such a long time, even though I feel like it was only a few. And I want to do it on this look. I wore it for my first year of anniversary for dating, but I really liked how this look came out and I want to recreate it for you. So let's just jump right in. So the first thing I started off with was priming my eyes. I just took my Colourpop No Filter Concealer in the shade Deep Golden. Just slap some of that onto your lids. And just using your beauty blender or a brush or your finger, just blend it out. Just use whatever you enjoy. And then I'm going to jump into this NYX Perfect Filter palette, and it's in the shade Rustic Antique. I'll just take the center shade a little bit, and I'll just run that over my entire lid where we set that concealer to help set it. And then I'll just jump into this 35R palette, and I'm just going to take this top shade right here, and a nice fluffy brush, and I'm just going to drag that through my entire crease. I'm not trying to be super neat or precise with this. It's just like the first shade that will blend out all the other colors into. And now thinking back on this look, I think I started with my brows, so I'm gonna do those first, and then I'll carry on with the eyes. Going from the bottom and make a line. I do want my brows to be a little more bold with this look because we are going to be doing such a dramatic eye. They're looking like some thickums today, but I much prefer doing my brows using like a big mirror rather than a small mirror, just because you can get a better feel of what they look like from afar, see what other people are seeing. Then we can continue on with the eyes. So I'm going to take that same fluffy brush, and I'm going to go back into that NYX palette, and I'm going to take this shade, I want you guys to know what shade I'm taking, right here. That's not what I wanted. The one on the other corner, this one has like shimmer in it, this one doesn't, but we are using both apparently. And I'm just going to go a little bit lower than I took that first crease color. I like to wiggle it on the ends just to deposit the majority of that product before I bring it in. Oh my gosh, my brows are looking real intense. I'm going to show you guys a trick to fix that later on, but for now we'll just leave them looking like bushes. Once I get to the point where I want to blend my shadows out more, I like move my hand down the brush, and this is going to help to apply it a lot softer and just blend out those colors. I'm really going to flick it out at the outer end. And now we're just going to deepen that even further. I'm going to take this top shade right here. It's like this nice dark red, almost like a burgundy, like my shirt. And I'm going to go and do the same thing, only I'm going to go even lower. Lay that down in my crease, and then I will flick it out just a bit and start to blend it using little circle motions. So I'm using a pointed brush. That way I can be a lot more precise and get that pigment exactly where I want it, because I want this right in the crease. And then I'll flick it out a bit. Okay, now we're going to move on to that pop-in gold that I had on my lid. And for that, I just took a flat synthetic brush. I'm using a concealer brush for this. And I went in with, back into that 35R palette. I'm going to take this really bright gold shade. I'm going to take a good amount of it. And I'm just going to put this about on 2/3 of my lid, starting from the inner corner, and I'm going to go a little bit higher than my crease. And these shades are so metallic, you will not need to wet them, but I would suggest looking down while you do this so you can get a good view of what you're doing. So as you can see right there, I'm at my crease, and I'm just going to go and bring it a little higher using a nice swiping motion so I can get a nice clean line. And the bigger the eyelid space you have, the higher you can go. I just want you to be able to see this when my eyes are closed and when they're like open. So let me just take a look. It's crazy how doing this look for a second time, how much faster I can do it. Because when I first did it, it took me, oh my gosh, it took me forever. I felt like I was doing it for like an hour and a half. Once I had all of that laid down, I went right back in to that palette, and then going 2 shades over, I took that nice like orange shade and I put this in the exact same spot, except for I didn't go above the crease. I kept it nice and low. Okay, so this is what you should have at the moment. I'm going to go back in with that pointed brush we were using earlier. And I'm going to take, I want like a neutral brown. So I'm going to take this brown here. Oh my gosh, you can't see anything. I'm going to take this brown right here. With a little bit of this brown right here. Tap my brush off. Brush off. Go and tap your brush off. Tap your brush off. Tap, tap, brush off. Okay, back to the tutorial. And I'm going to just go in little wiggly motions right here where we stopped that metallic shade, just to darken up that outer edge a little bit. I want to fade one into the other, and I'll do little stamping motions first and then I will wing it out. I want to make that like gold line a little sharper, so I'll just take a little bit on the edge of that concealer brush, and I'm not going to lay it flat against my lid. I'm going to like angle it up a little bit. And I'll tilt my head up and look down so I can see really what I'm doing. And just fix that a little bit. I'll go back in with that NYX palette, take that deep shade one more time, the deep root shade. Just go over that dark brown. Make sure it really ties in with the lid. Okay. And then I'll go in with this brown right here on a nice flat definer brush, and I'm going to stamp it on my lower lash line. How far in did I go? All the way in. To make almost like a false liner look. And then we're going to go on to the face, and we'll come back and finish off the eyes at the end, or closest to the end, whatever. You know what I mean. I'm going to take my Rimmel Long Lasting Primer. Okay, that was too much. Oh no. What do I do? I'm going to take 2 pumps of the foundation on the back of my hand. I'm going to use my foundation brush. So I'm going to dot it all along the bottom of my face, on my cheeks, and one on my nose. And you can take that down your neck too if you want to. Just make sure your neck matches your foundation. That's what I did the day of. Oh, also, I'm looking for recommendations for full coverage drugstore foundations that aren't matte. So just like a natural or glowy finish. So if you have any recommendations, please leave it in the comments below because I'm on the hunt. Next we're going to move on to concealer. I'm just going to use that same concealer that I used to prime my eyes with. And in case you were wondering what shade I used for the foundation, it was the shade Nutmeg. I'm going to take that concealer, tray that under my eyes. I'm going to use a lot of concealer today. And that you went too heavy on your brows, just take a little bit of your foundation off your brush or a little bit of concealer off your sponge and just gently stamp over the front. Now that I have that all set, I'm going to take a little bit of my Laura Mercier. Oh my gosh, I forgot I took off the... I'm going to take a little bit of my Laura Mercier powder. I had like that little grate thingy on top so that like you wouldn't pour out too much. And it was so annoying because nothing was coming out, so I took it off and I just forgot. I almost went like, and just pour it right out. And I'll just pat that right under my eyes and any place that I set down concealer. I'll just go ahead, once I have those areas set down, I'll just do the rest of my face in light circular motions. I'm going to go back to my eyes before I finish off the face. I'm just going to take this Milani kohl liner and I'm just going to line the outer half of my lower lash line. I'm going to go in the waterline. Brush in that same dark shade we used to line our upper lash line. And I'll just stamp it right underneath. And then I'm going to take the lightest shade that we used in here, which is this corner red shade in the NYX palette. And I'll start blending that out. Take your time blending out your lower lash line. It does take a little bit longer because you have to be like lighter handed because it is very delicate skin down there, but when you blend it out properly, it looks really, really beautiful and really looks like you have a complete look. And then I'll take that first transition shade that we used, this one right here, it's a nice caramelly shade, on a nice natural hair brush because I don't want to deposit too much product. And I'll just blend out the entire lash line. Ooh, almost got that in my eye. Oh, my lashes are in my eye. Finish off with any mascara of your choice. I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Lash Paradise. What a nice look that is when you're trying to get your mascara on. Then I'll take the Morphe Brontour in Showmance and I'll just take, I'll kind of take both of the shades. And I'm going to just start to contour my face. Whenever I do these intense looks, I always want to contour. I never want to bronze. Just feel like it looks way better when you can be super sculpted and having a super intense look. And I love to contour with pointed brushes, but that's just my personal choice. I know some people like to use round brushes, some people like fluffy brushes. It just depends on what you're feeling, what you're into. I'm going to take my e.l.f. blush in the shade Always Spicy on a stippling brush. Make sure you smile when you put on your blush so you can really see the apples of your cheeks. I didn't want too much blush this day, just want like a nice little coat. And then I can go in with highlighter, and I want a nice neutral highlighter, so I want to use my Pixi Dulce Candid palette in Sweet Glow. And I'm just going to take this top shade right here and this shade right here. And when I say a natural glow, I want it to look like, it's just like I'm shining. I still want it to be intense, I just want like a neutral colored glow to look good with my skin tone. I'm going to take this nice angled brush. I actually got this brush at the dollar store, Dollarama. That is my favorite store. I think it will always be my favorite store. Although, I went to the store called Miniso, I think that's how you pronounce it. And it's giving Dollarama a run for its money. It's so cute. They just have the cutest things in that store. I feel like I'm like all over the place. I'm like, I'm gonna go back in with that same contour shade, and I'll be a little more light-handed when I go in there. And then I'm just gonna go down the sides of my nose. Angled brushes are the perfect brush for nose contouring. Another bigger angled brush, and I'll just blend that out. I kind of like do sweeping motions towards the outsides of my nose. Beautiful. And then I'm just gonna mist my face. And yes, I'm still out of setting spray. It's been like 3 weeks and I have it on order, but it's just arrived at the post office, so I'm gonna be picking it up soon. But I'm just going with a face mist to melt the products in. And I just use the Garnier Skin Active Facial Mist. I just looked at my face real quick there because I wanted to make sure it wasn't breaking up the foundation. Because the other day I was using a foundation and I sprayed it and it all like started to melt away. And I was like, what the heck? And then I used it another day, it's a different setting spray. So now I know it's definitely the foundation. Which is really sad because I liked that foundation so much. Let that just dry for a second. While that dries, we can move on to the lips. I'm going to take the shade Blushing Brown and Dark Brown from e.l.f. And I'm going to take Blushing Brown first and put that all over my lips. I really like these e.l.f. lipsticks. They're very like, I don't know, I like them. They wear really well on me and they don't fade. I can't hate on that price. Just like these lipsticks. I'll take dark brown and put those on the edges. I think e.l.f. is my favorite brand. It is. I love it. I think they're really creative with their products. I really like a majority of them. And I don't know, I just really enjoy e.l.f. products. I do. And I'll take some, I'll take some Wet n Wild Sandstorm and just lay that in the center. And I'll take my finger and just blend them all out. Your lips way more dimension when you use a couple shades. I don't know. I'm just not a one shade kind of person. I always want to mix and match. Make my own unique shades. Be your own little chemist. And that completes the look. I really like how this look turned out today. I like how it turned out that day. I just enjoy it. This sort of like cut crease, almost cut crease. Not super experienced cut crease look, and honestly I did like how it turned out a lot, and I hope you guys did too. Please hit that like button if you enjoyed this look, and leave your comments below for what you would like to see, what makeup tutorials you want, and I will definitely check it out, and most likely I'll film it. It's very rare that I won't film a suggestion unless I'm like, I don't know how to do that at all. But yeah, I love hearing you guys comment below, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!